Hi friends, it's Laurie here from Lemon Yoga and welcome to day 13 of our 31-day yoga challenge for POTS UK. Today I'm taking you through a yoga flow for hypermobility. So I'm going to take you through my favourite stretches and I'm going to tell you how you can modify so you don't overstretch your hypermobile body. So come and take an all fours position. We'll start with cat-cow, releasing through the belly, lifting through the chest, and then rounding through the spine, lifting the spine to the ceiling. You don't have to move the head here. I'm doing cat-cow without moving the head here. So again, we dip the belly, we lift the chest, and then we round through the spine. Keep that head in neutral if that helps with your dizziness. And again, dipping the belly, lift the heart space through, and rounding through the spine, lifting high to the sky. And again, we dip the belly, chest presses through, and we round vertebrae by vertebrae, lifting the spine high to the ceiling. And again, dipping that belly, being really mindful not to over dip through the belly, and then lifting through the back. All right, from there, we'll step our right leg through for a lunge. This is where we're going to be careful of hypermobile hips. I have hypermobility in my hips, so I'm going to show you what to do and also what not to do. So don't dump the weight, as I'm showing you now, down into the hips. Even if your body can go there, we need to resist dumping the weight down. Instead, we're engaging through our glutes, squeezing through the inner thigh to hold our body in the correct position, making sure we're not overstretching or dumping the weight down. Let's rise on up now, reach the arms high for crescent lunge, and same thing here. You could probably, if your hips are hypermobile like mine, sink the body all the way down into the hips, but we don't want to do that. I'm just showing you that now, so we could go there, but that's not really very good for us. Instead, squeeze through the glutes, gently pull those hips back and really fire up through your quad here. And just hold it there. Now we're in a really safe stretch for our bodies. And on the exhale, we'll release, fold the body forwards, pull the hips back, straighten through the back of the right leg. If you are hypermobile in your knee joints, you'll probably find that the joint can go further than it's supposed to. So just make sure there's a little bit of softness in the knees so you're not hyperextending through the back of the knee here. So just keeping the knees softly bent as you fold forwards, keeping that stretch nice and safe in your body. Breathing in and out, letting yourself melt into the pose. And just stay with the breath as you gently open and stretch without forcing anything. And we'll roll the body forwards. Walk those hands to the inside so you can press that right foot back through all fours, and we can go again on the other side. So now we know what we're doing. We'll step that left foot through. We're going to be really mindful of our hips, not overstretching. I'm just showing you what it's like to dump the weight down and let go, and then showing you now how to pull those hips back, fire up through the glutes, fire up through the inner thigh to make sure your low lunge is nice and safe for you and your body. Keep lifting the chest forwards, finding length through the spine here. Breathe, deep breaths in and out. And reaching the arms up high, we find our crescent lunge. Keep a kind of boxy position with the hips. Avoid pressing that weight down or just sinking the hips and not holding the weight, just as I'm showing you now. Pull the weight back, squeeze through the glutes, and fire up through your quad here by really pressing into your front foot. You want to really activate and power through that left foot to the ground. Keep lifting the heart space forwards. Gently draw the shoulders back and release. Folding forwards, hips swing back. We straighten through the back of the left leg. And if you do have hypermobility in the knee there, you know you can go beyond the joint, just softening into your knee as you fold down. Breathing some space all the way through the back of the leg, keeping that soft bend through the knee. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And then we can roll forwards, and then we'll step on down onto our mats, coming to seated now. So just take your time. If you need to move slowly through that transition, please do. And then when you're ready, we're reaching the left arm all the way up and over into a side bend. And if you are really open through the body, you might find you can easily pop that right elbow down to the ground. You can go for that as long as both of your sit bones are able to stay connected to the floor and it doesn't feel too much of a pull through the side of the body. So have an experiment. You could always just have the right hand down instead of the elbow. And just make sure both of your sit bones are connected to the ground as you stretch and breathe and open. Releasing, rising on up, we'll go the other side. When you're ready, the right arm reaching, sweeping up and over, maybe popping the left elbow down or maybe resting on the hand, and just being mindful, are both sit bones down on the ground? Does it feel too much of a pull through the side of the body? And adjusting as you need to. And you can always drop the top arm down, let it rest behind you on the opposite hip if you don't like having the limbs out long. We'll rise on up now, back through center, reach arms high, hands meet, exhale to your heart space. And well done, everybody. You have completed day 13 of our 31-day yoga challenge. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Hi friends, and welcome to day 16 of our 31-day yoga challenge for POTS UK with me, Laurie from Lemon Yoga. I'm really excited to be taking you through this full yoga flow today for what is our last day of new flows. From this day on, we will be adding flows together that we've already moved through. So this is your last brand new fresh flow to move through. So come down to seated. We're going to start with lovely big torso circles in your own time. Take your time getting there. And then when you're ready, we are moving the body all the way forwards and all the way backwards and making sure we go both ways, really warming into the whole spine, into the hips, into the sit bones, everything feeling nice and relaxed and open. Wiggle your way back through to center and reach the left arm all the way up and over for a side bend. Eyes can look up or you could keep the gaze forwards. Now drop that top arm behind you. Stay in the side bend. Breathe. Reach the left arm back up and over. And release. From there, right arm reaches up and over. Find your side bend. Breathe space through the side of the body. You could release that top arm, the right arm down behind you, just taking the weight out, but stay in the side stretch all the way through the right side of the body. And from there, sweep that right arm up high, eyes look up. And exhale to release through center. Reach arms high, hands meet. Exhale to your heart space. And twist over to the left hand side. You're going to drop your right hand to the knee, the left hand behind. You're looking over that left shoulder as you sit nice and tall. Eyes look wherever it's comfortable for you. Release through center. Reach the arms high. Exhale to your heart space, twist over to the right, and we'll drop the right hand behind, left hand to the knee to twist you further. And again, eyes look wherever it's comfortable for you. Ground your sit bones, find length through the spine, breathe in and out. And release back through center. As slowly as you need to, we're going to transition round onto all fours. So pause the video, take your time getting here. And then when you're ready, find all fours, brace through the core. And we're going to step our left foot through for a low lunge. Eyes look forwards, take a moment there before rising on up with the hands on the hips into a low lunge. From there, if you'd like to, you could reach the arms up and over your head as we gently open into the hips and breathe space into the body. Nice deep breaths in and out. Release your hands back to the mat, right hand to the ground, left arm can reach high for a twist, or you can drop that left hand to your hip and still do the twist. Hold it there, breathing deeply in and out. Release hands to the ground. And then take that left foot back. And let's try that on the other side. So taking as long as you need in the middle here before stepping your right foot through. Land your foot down, eyes look forwards. Slowly walk your torso up into your low lunge. Hands can start on your hips. And then begin to reach the arms high, lengthening through the sides of the body. Breathe space into the lower body. Big breaths in and out. And just stay with it if you can before releasing the hands. Pop the left hand to the ground, twist to the right, either reaching that right arm up high or bringing the right hand down onto the hip if you don't like reaching the arm high. And you can stay in the twist as you do that. Just stay with your breath here. And release, hand to the ground, wiggle that foot back. Now we're going to come onto our bellies. We're going to do it slowly. So forearms to the ground first, hips lifting. Now when you're ready, slide your hips down, press to the elbows and lift your heart space forwards. As I looked forwards here, I felt dizzy, so you might feel dizzy too. So then what I did to counter that is I just took the gaze down. I moved my neck ever so slightly so I was looking at the floor instead, as you can see now. And then that took away the dizziness for me. So if you do get dizzy there, try that little modification instead. Or if you need to completely rest down, you can rest your head completely to the ground here. But this is a nice back bend. This is our Sphinx pose. So just breathing into the back of the body as you lift your heart space forwards if you can. And then press into the hands, walk yourself back up through all fours. Take a moment there. Step the left foot through. Pop the right heel down to the ground. And then as slowly as you need, we're going to rise on up. So we come halfway first. I lean up onto the leg. Find that length. And then maybe you're ready to rise all the way up, hands onto the hips, lengthening through the torso, lifting through the crown of the head. You could even reach the arms high to the ceiling if you wanted to. We're in Warrior One here. And again, you could do this with a chair. So you could grab a chair here and sit down on the chair, just as we've done in a previous chair pose. So look there for the modification if you can't quite remember. Let's move to the long end of the mat, move through goddess pose, sink into those hips. We're going to send the knees wide. Make sure you're squeezing through your glutes here. That's where the strength is coming from. And you're also pressing outwards with the inner thighs. And we'll straighten out of that, turning to the opposite end of the mat now, bending into the right knee. The left leg is long behind, lengthen through the sides of the body for Warrior One on the other side. Deep breaths. Really root the feet down to the ground. Find that energy all the way through the body as you step the back foot in. And then we're going to slowly as we need, lower ourselves down to the ground. So we're coming to seated. You can press pause here and then find a cross-legged position when you're ready. Torso circles, rolling the body all the way forwards, all the way backwards. Let's loosen into the spine, into the shoulders, into the neck. Let that breath move freely through the body. And you have just done a full body yoga flow. So however far you got with that today, be really proud of yourself. Reach the arms up high to finish, hands meet. Exhale down to your heart space. Thank you so much for joining me for day 16. And I will see you tomorrow for the next one, where I will be popping 2 flows together for you to challenge yourself to do for the rest of the challenge until the end of the month.